Hey, what's going on, friends and family? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of BKL Reviews. And today, man, I have to say thanks to everyone that showed me love and support. We finally made it through the year, so it's definitely that time for my top 10 sneakers of 2016. And I have to be honest with you people, it was very difficult putting what sneakers in what order. Some of them I had to put 2, some of them I had to put 3. You get it. With no further ado, let's get into the review. Well, coming in at number 10, like I said, I have 2 pairs of sneakers I felt like I needed to put in my top 10. And first, we have the Air Max 1 Safaris. Man, this sneaker right here was highly sought after. This was like the paying homage to the Atmos collaboration that came out back in the 90s. So this was definitely something I needed to have in my collection. As you can see, it has that safari print that wraps around the entire toe box with that fuzzy bear hair like from the Muppet Babies. It's definitely a keeper to have in the collection. And like I said, I had to put 2, so it's only right that I doubled up with the Nike Air Presto Safaris. It's just something about this safari print that is definitely a head turner, I would have to say. Honestly, this is my first pair and they are very comfortable. So I was very happy I was able to get both of them to add to the collection. Coming in at the number 9 spot is the Nike Air Max Pressures. Man, these were a classic sneaker. I remember when I was young, my actual older brother had this pair, and I remember walking around the house and just being a little brother, you know, wearing your older brother's big sneakers. As you can see, I still haven't actually und'd these. I think it's just one of those sneakers that I probably would never wear, but just like to have in the collection as is DS. So I was definitely happy I was able to get this, and I actually scored this one through the actual sneaker app. So coming in at the number 8 spot is the Air Max 95 Hair, the David White collaboration. Man, this was a classic sneaker. 95s was definitely big growing up in my era, so the fact that I was able to get this actual pair, and it was kind of funny because there really wasn't a hype behind this actual sneaker, which I was definitely surprised, because the actual artwork and the whole concept behind the sneaker definitely goes a long way. As you can see on the back, you have that premium suede on the back here with that Nike Air branding. So this was definitely nice, and it was only right that you had to match it up with the actual hair pair, which I think the hype was more built up around the actual hair than the actual fox. You know, you have the pink air unit here with that off-white beige material, as well as that suede on the back. Very nice, very classic sneaker. Hopefully everyone was able to get this if you wanted it. Coming in at the number 7 spot is the Nike Foamposite 1 PRM. You know that PRM stands for Premium Northern Lights. Man, I remember when I was able to get these through the actual sneaker app. The whole concept and theme behind this was amazing. I think these came out during All-Star weekend when the actual All-Star game was in Toronto. So the whole theme behind it with the Northern Lights was definitely a classic. That black iced out bottom, can't go wrong with that, with the actual 3M laces, and it also has the 3M hints along the actual tongue. This was definitely a must-have for me. Coming in at the number 6 spot is the Air Jordan 6 Pinnacle, aka the Oscar, aka the gold thing. Whatever you want to call it, that gold is a must. And to me, I felt like packaging for this was amazing with this 3D Jumpman on it. Look at that. Definitely nice. An all gold sneaker. You know, I know the concept of this came from the actual Spike Lee. Guess would you call it a PE? Because he's actually not a player. But I know the concept of this came from the Spike Lee 1 of 1 during his Oscar night, which he actually didn't attend. Hopefully you were able to watch my actual review on this sneaker. I was definitely happy I was able to get this. As you can see, it does have that paint speckle on the actual bottom. All gold everything, man. This is something that you bring out definitely to be flashy. Oh yeah. We're at the halfway mark, people, and coming in at the number 5 spot is the remastered Air Jordan 12 Flu Game. Man, I was so happy I was able to actually get this. This leather here is very, very nice. You know, I haven't done a review on this. I totally forgot this was in my collection. But when I was going over the sneakers to do my top 10, I said I definitely had to put this in the top 10. Look at this leather. Man, they did a great job. Jordan brand, I definitely give you thumbs up on this. You did an excellent job on this. Coming in at the number 4 spot is something that's kind of new. The Air Jordan 7 Doernbecher. Man, I definitely have to give a big shout out to Damian Phillips. He hit this one out of the park. Like I said in my actual review, I'm not a big fan of Jordan 7s, but the whole back story with Doernbecher in the actual hospital and allowing kids to design an actual sneaker is amazing. And I have to say, this is definitely a great design. He definitely hit this one out of the park, people. With the paisley print here in black, to the red that kind of fades on the toe box, with the pick here with his actual initials and gold. I'm just noticing it now, has gold flakes on it. Man, the details on here is nice. Of course, the actual bottom. It's an amazing sneaker, man. It really is. Coming in at the number 3 spot, this was a very difficult decision, so I felt it was only right that I put both of them in there. And we'll start off with the Yeezy V2 Beluga. Man, I was so happy I was able to get this. This was my actual first pair of Yeezys that I won in an actual store raffle. And man, I was so happy to get it. That orange or infrared color, whatever you want to call it, definitely pops, as you can see. The whole hype behind the sneaker, I could totally understand why. The design of it is definitely amazing. Definitely taking it to a next level. Adidas is definitely stepping up their game and competing with Nike. This is definitely good. And as you can see, also coming in at the number 3 spot is the Air Jordan 1 Top 3. This sneaker right here says it all, man, just by looking at the actual color scheme. Has my 3 favorite colors of the Jordan 1s. You have the Chicagos, Black Toes, as well as the Royals. Man, this sneaker right here pretty much says it all. The breads on this side. Wow. The 4 laces that it comes with. And just the whole concept behind it. You know, a lot of people may not know Michael Jordan was the actual top 3 pick in the 1984 NBA draft pick. So just knowing that and the details that they put into here was very nice. The Nike Air in red, the black tongue with the actual Nike Air on it. This was definitely a good pickup. We're coming down the home stretch, people, and coming in at the number 2 spot is the Air Jordan 13 single day, aka the Love Pack, or What Is Love. The men's came in this actual red and black color, and the actual grade school came in at Tiffany teal color. Man, this sneaker right here is definitely a must-have. You have that nice soft suede upper here, and this right here kind of removes just like the Winged 12s, and you have that actual print underneath it with that Kool-Aid bottom and all red. The nice Jordan Jumpman stitch in red with that tumble leather on the actual toe box. Man, I was definitely happy I was able to get this through my plug for retail. We finally made it, people. And coming in at the #1 spot on my top 10 list of 2016 is, drum roll please, bang bang. This is the Air Jordan 12 OVO, aka that Coca, aka that Magic, aka Why You Salty. Man, this right here was a must-have for anyone that collects sneakers. And the reason why I made this #1, mainly because of one thing. This was the actual first sneaker I ever won through the raffling system via the sneaker app. And also this was the actual sneaker that I really wanted. So the fact that I won this through the raffling system for the first time means a lot. You have those gold hits here along the actual eyelids with that stingray material here along the mudguard, as you can see. And well, of course, you have that OVO branding on the bottom with that gold flakes. Man, this is definitely nice. I was so happy I was able to get this. So that was the reason why I had to put this in the #1 spot. I definitely want to thank everyone for tuning in to another episode of BK Reviews. And if this is your first time tuning into the channel, and I pray that it isn't, please subscribe. It's your best way of staying up to date with the most recent content. And you can also follow me on these social media platforms. If you enjoyed the video, please continue to show your love and support by hitting that thumbs up button. It goes a long way. We post videos every Sunday at 12 noon. And once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning into another episode of BK Reviews.